that reason, what I'm going to ask you to do for about 5 minutes is to turn the page in your handout. You'll find there is a blank iPhone. And I'm going to ask you, please, and if you've done this as part of your pre-work, that's great, to think of an operation, an organisation that you're involved with, obviously your own organisation is a logical one, and just spend 5 minutes drawing an IPO diagram for that set of activities.
My name is Damir Vučičić and I work for Spinks Croatia. Spinks is a company that deals with building solutions and provides cement, concrete and aggregates across the world. So in Spinks Croatia there are around 500 people employed. Definitely, since we are a production company, we deal a lot with operations management, which according my definition would be practically managing different resources like people, raw materials and equipment to provide a product according prescribed specs to the customer and to satisfy customer needs. I work as technical support manager, and as such I'm in charge of project department, meaning that I'm dealing with investments. There are different kind of challenges in projects and there are projects of different complexity. But those challenges might vary from supplier skills, from legal issues to, let's say, constraints to do a project during the other parts of the plant operating. In terms of controlling those issues, we developed certain processes that, for instance, we use as our performance objectives budget or price of the project, timeline of the project, and to control it we implemented different, I would say, different tools like charging penalties or giving hand to suppliers, giving hand to different customers within the system to be ready on time and to finish our projects on time. That's right.
My name is Bojan Dobranović. I'm from company King ICT. We are the largest system integrator in Croatia and one of the largest in the region. And my job role is operations manager for software services. Operation management is area of management responsible for delivery of solutions, of services and products. Operation manager is someone who is responsible for business operations that are structured into business processes, and he or she deals with people, with resources that are used in those processes to generate output. One of the goals of the operation manager is to ensure that the business objectives are effective in terms of meeting customer demand and efficient in terms of using as low resources as needed.
So Peter, can you tell us, how do you make your workshops interesting?
Okay, well we're delivering a subject called operations management, which can be a little dull at times. So the main way of making it interesting is to get people involved from an early stage. And so we do that really by setting exercises where people either present through a formal presentation or they present by making a creative poster. And I think it's the idea that the poster has to be creative that's important, because they have to then use colour and image, and it really sort of engages them in making the topic come alive. In addition to that, we actually provide them with feedback. So after every poster they get feedback and they really become quite competitive then and they try to improve every time they do a poster. So I think that helps a great deal. What we also do is play business games, and the business game really is very competitive because they each want to win, and as part of that, you engage a certain amount of competitiveness within the game, and the games are really designed to be fun, and there's lots of activity, there's lots of buzz in the room, and I think because of that process of engagement, people really quite enjoy the subject actually, so the subject hopefully becomes alive.
So Peter, what are the main skills that operations management should have?
Okay, well, it's a very important part of any business, the ability to deliver what it is the business offers. So it can be a service or it can be a product. And I think what all operations managers need is the ability to organise resources, get the resources in place. Now those resources we would summarise in terms of the people, what they do, the process, the technology that you need to make the job work, and of course information to make the job work well. They then need to be able to plan, and planning really is about allocating key resource to the particular task. They also need to be able to communicate, and communicate not just within the actual local part of the job, but also within the supply chain and to customers. Likewise, communicate with marketing and with sales. So communication is critical as well. And finally, they have to motivate people in the main to focus on what are the key requirements of the job, and we do that by having strong objectives and giving proper recognition and reward for jobs well done. So they are, I think, are the key skills for an operations manager: organise, plan, communicate and motivate.
That's right.